this terrifying looking stonefish. Using crab-like appendages beneath its body, this hefty fish that can measure up to 15 inches in length claws its way along the ocean floor in search of prey. The rough-looking exterior of its body blends expertly into patches of coral and rocky reefs, making it a perfect camouflage for ambushing its next meal. With a huge jaw and powerful mouth, they can suck in nearby prey and swallow them whole. But that's not the worst of it. These petrifying predators are also the world's most venomous fish, with the venom in their spines being able to kill an adult human in less than an hour.
It just gets worse and worse. It also looks like a giant rock, so imagine you're just minding your own business, whether you're a fish or a human swimming in around, and then that just opens up. You think, oh, here's a nice rock. Just kidding. I'm poisoned now and I'm gonna die beneath the ocean. God, like, dying in the ocean sucks already, but dying in the ocean because you got bitten by a venomous rockfish. Not a rockfish, but fish that looks like a rock, you know? It's frightening stuff.
More commonly known as the ghost shark, you can easily see that there's something spooky going on with the deep-sea chimera. Even though different species of this dead-eyed fish have been known to grow almost 6 feet long, very little is actually known about them. They're incredibly rare and hard to observe in their natural habitat because they live so deep in the sea, between 1 and 1.3 miles underwater. While the markings on its head give it a Frankenstein monsters kind of appearance, the real nightmare fuel can be found in its mouth. Located just below the snout and eyes, this terrifying face within a face is made up of the shark's 2 water-breathing nostrils and a weirdly straight set of teeth.
That's horrific. That is so horrible. No, thank you. First of all, sharks are horrible as they are. Like, I mean, I know they don't want to hurt us. They're just doing their thing. I get it. Like, we shouldn't but they're scary enough already. They don't need to be, like, ghostly looking and skeletal looking with nostrils that look like Voldemort, you know? I could fall inside of those nostrils. No, thank you. No, thank you. Like, if this was on the service, not a chance. Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Central Dark, your place for all things horror. I'm your host, Susan McPhee, and these are the scary things found in the ocean, part 2. Do you like the ocean, or are you like me and hate it and think we shouldn't even look at it? Let me know in the comments.
This is the sea spider. Despite its name and 8-legged appearance, it's not actually an arachnid. It belongs to a group of arthropods called pycnogonids. Some pycnogonid specimens are able to grow up to 12 spindly, nightmare-fueling legs, while others can develop leg spans of almost 2.3 feet long. But as hideously unsettling as their shambling, long-legged frames already are, the way they devour their prey will really send shivers down your spine.
I just don't want to know. I'm not gonna look. I don't care. As soon as I saw how big it was, imagine 12-legged spider with legs that are up to 2 feet long. That's not okay. That should be illegal. No, but they're terrifying. No, thank you. And also, why is it not an arachnid? It certainly looks like one.
Fleet of Truck Lagoon. South Pacific's Caroline Island harbors the Ghost Fleet of Truck Lagoon. In a surprise attack by American allies in World War II, approximately 250 Japanese aircrafts were destroyed and more than 50 ships sunk. An estimated 400 Japanese soldiers were killed in one ship alone, trapped in the cargo hold. Most of the fleet remains in exactly the same spot it was left, largely forgotten by the world until the late 1960s. Jacques Cousteau's 1969 film Lagoon of Lost Ships explored the wreck-littered lagoon, and many of the sunken ships were then still full of bodies.
It's crazy to me how much the ocean is housing, you know, so many things, so many planes, so many ships, like just underwater that we may never find because the ocean's so vast that we may never recover these things. You think about the war and all the planes that were shot down, then now somewhere in the ocean, all those remains are just there. Crazy. It's sad. Wow. It's like a time capsule, you know? Except we'll never get it because we just don't have the resources or the time or the care, unfortunately. Too much going on. We're trying to get to Mars. We're trying to get Dogecoin to the moon.
6 inches in length, it can survive at depths of almost 10,000 feet, making it one of the most resilient little fishies in the world. The large pores perforating most of its face may look like the aftermath of a bad acne breakout, but they're actually known as sensory hollows. These help the fish detect movement and pressure changes in its deep and dark environment. Those razor-like fins lining the top and bottom of its body enable it to wind smoothly and silently through the dark, without alerting nearby predators.
I just don't like the look of it. I mean, don't judge a book by its cover. It could surprise you, but I don't think this little fish is surprising anyone. I think it's evil. Look at its weird little face and its little smile, but also I feel like it would kill me. I also don't know how big it is. Did he tell us? I can't remember. Is it this big? This big? Bigger than my head? Like, I don't know. That's what scares me, and I don't want to find out, and I will never find out, because I'm never going to see
Lake Neuchatel shark statue. Talk about terrifying.
Yeah.
There's zero information about the actual shark statue that appears in the video. And trust me, we researched and we researched. But the location is Lake Neuchatel in the French-speaking part of Switzerland, a popular diving destination for European divers. It's unclear how or why the shark statue was located there, and this footage just makes that fact even more terrifying.
That's terrifying. Yes, like he said, it's terrifying. Because first of all, I for sure thought this was a legit shark. Or at least, you know, some kind of prehistoric beast that was living in the ocean long time ago.
To science writer Laura Gegel, the lost city was first discovered off the coast of Alexandria, Egypt in 2000, and has been the subject of regular excavations ever since. For centuries, the city of Heracleion has been shrouded in myth and thought to be a legend. The city, visited by Paris and Helen of Troy, and mentioned by numerous ancient historians such as Diodorus and Herodotus, had been lost for nearly 1,200 years. Among the lost treasures found mere kilometers off the coast of Alexandria are giant statues, slabs of stones with ancient Greek and Egyptian inscriptions, dozens of ships, gold coins, bronze statues, and more.
Do you think it's scary that maybe one day our, you know, generation, well, it's not really generation, but our time period is going to one day be underwater, and maybe people will be finding our remains of our civilization in the ocean. But to be fair, I don't think that'll ever happen because we've destroyed the planet and it's eventually going to die and no one's going to be living on it anyway, so there'll be nothing left to find because it'll all be burnt to a crisp because we're
October 2012, a man strolling along Pompano Beach came across something out of the ordinary. A humongous disembodied eyeball. Word that a giant eyeball washed up on a South Florida beach had created a lot of buzz on the internet, with people wondering which sea monster is now swimming around with an eye patch. Turns out it's just an eyeball from an average-sized swordfish. Florida wildlife authorities explained that swordfish are extremely common off the coast of South Florida. The eyeball was probably taken out by a fisherman who threw it out into the water and it washed up on the beach.
oh, like I went through a range of emotions with that description. That kind of made me really sad. First of all, the eye is so big. I didn't know a swordfish had eyes like that, but I also don't really think about the eyes of the creatures in the ocean. I think this may very well be the first time I've thought about it. And the fact that it probably came out because of fishermen makes me so sad. What the hell?
Artist, photographer, naturalist, and diver Jason DeCaires Taylor introduced his record-breaking public sculpture to the crystal Bohemian waters in 2014. Entitled Ocean Atlas, the installation encourages coral colonization and deters tourists from endangered reefs. Forged for sustainable, pH-neutral materials designed to kickstart local coral growth, Ocean Atlas is a monumental public sculpture submerged 5 meters beneath the sea and an environmental gesture intended to portray the positive potential of human interaction with the natural world.
Okay, I get what he's doing, and that statue is incredible. And it's very beautiful, and it's good, yeah, bringing people closer to the planet they're on, you know? A nice connection. It's beautiful, the Earth is incredible. But again, it is, you know, encouraging more people to go and visit it, which is encouraging more people to go into the ocean, and I don't believe in that. But other people enjoy the ocean, so that's fine. If you want to go visit it, just be safe, you know? The ocean's scary. Very unpredictable.
Thistlegorm. The world-famous SS Thistlegorm was sunk in 1941 in the Gulf of Suez at the northern end of the Red Sea.
It became a world-class visitor destination.
Packed to the gunwales with a cargo of supplies destined for the British Fifth Army based in Alexandria. Armored carriers, motorcycles, jeeps, trucks, airplane parts, rifles, radio equipment, and a plentiful supply of Wellington boots can all be seen during your dive.
That's kind of sad. Like, stuff like that, it would be like visiting the Titanic or something. It's just like frozen in time. It's like the remains of a ship. Someone built that, you know? And then there's items on that boat that someone put on there. Like, it's life. People had touched this. This was once on the water, now it's below the water, and it's just memories. It's kind of sad, you know? Well, there we have it. Thanks for tuning into this video. I've been your host, Lisa McPhee. Stick around for bloopers. I don't think anyone's greeted them, but I've certainly had comments on the nostrils. It is what it is. I've got a great nose. One might say it's perfect. I'm just kidding. I'm not up myself. I see the preview for this, and I don't like it. It was an outlet. I had a dream about an outlet. I had a dream that the phone charger wouldn't work, and I couldn't get in the outlet. And then I was scared I was gonna electrocute myself. This is insight into how my mind works. I had a nightmare about an outlet, you know? Fully. But thankfully I would never find it, because I would not be in that situation. Life is too scary. Why make it scarier? By taking a swim in the ocean.